Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanae, or Nay if you please. Either one works. Today we're going to do a beginner friendly Valentine's Day look. Something that is cute, easy, and it gives you that sultry look that we all go for Valentine's Day. So before you do your makeup, you always make sure your face is clean. I've already washed it. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is the toner. This is the Tea Time Apple Matcha toner. It smells really good, and I like how it feels on my skin. After that, you start with your serums. First, I have this vitamin C serum that I got from a Galentine's Day party, and I'm just trying it out to see how I like it. And once that's all rubbed in, I kind of go over it again with a jade roller. Again, something else I got from Galentine's Day. Never used one, but I like it so far. Then I have this eye serum that I got also from the Valentine's Day party. I'm really trying to get into my skincare and make sure my face is nice and moisturized all the time. So I like these products so far. And then my old trusty dusty, the Equal Gentle Moisturizing Cream. Just go over all those serums with that to kind of lock everything in. And of course, I found a few hairs I needed to go, so pluck those away. Then we're gonna get started on the base. I go in with the Milk Hydro. And once that's all set in, then I get started on my eyebrows. And for this, I'm going to use my trusty dusty Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. And once they look like sisters, not twins, I go in with my concealer. I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Light Tan. Typically this is when I would use a brush to kind of paint all the stuff on, but I decided because this is a beginner more of a tutorial, we're going to use a sponge because I know I used a sponge and only a sponge for the longest time when I first started doing my makeup. So the sponge was wet. I did go and wet it, but as you can see, it started to pick up too much product and it wasn't blending correctly, but this side did. So by the time I got to that side, it kind of dried out a little bit. When you're doing this and you're using a sponge, you want to make it damp but not soaking wet, so that way you don't start separating your product like I did on the first side. Next, we're gonna go with the contour. So again, I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I believe this is the shade Toast for my concealer. I also use Toffee, but I use Toffee as like a bronzer. For placement, I used to do the whole line and suck my cheeks in and trace my cheek indent, but I saw a tip online about just placing the placing the contour like above your ear and in your hairline kind of, and I like that blend better, so that's how I do it now. I just place it right by where my sideburns will be and just pat up and down like you see me doing here to get it in my hairline and along my cheekbones. And then I also place that same contour shade along my jawline to just kind of help chisel my chin and jaw area. And as I pat that in, I also kind of drag that up behind my ear so it looks even more seamless. Then I go in with the NARS Creamy Radiant concealer that I purchased. It's a little light, so I'll only place it on my inner corner and just kind of work it out a little bit. I don't do a lot with this. Then I go back with another LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is I believe this one is Toffee, and this is what I use as a bronzer shade. And I kind of just put it along my nose. Not so much of a contour, but just to kind of add some color there and some definition. And again, blend, 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 blend. That's one thing about makeup, you'll be blending for your life. And then I use a tinted moisturizer from NARS. I don't use a full coverage foundation most times. Sometimes I will, but if you're looking for more of like a medium coverage, because this is buildable also, you can make it full coverage, but sometimes you don't want to feel like your face is heavy, and tinted moisturizers really help with that. Gives you that medium to full coverage look without it being super heavy. And I kind of just put that pretty much all over without going over where I place my concealer. And then I kind of make sure I look as seamless as I want to look, and then I go in with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder to kind of set my under eye. I'm also prepping this for my eyeshadow, and sometimes the shadows I use can produce a decent amount of fallout, so I'm going to leave a little coating there to kind of hopefully catch that fallout. I realized I should have put a little bit more on there because it did not catch the fallout like I wanted to, so add more there. And then I went in with my concealer again and set my eye in preparation for the eyeshadow. And for this look, I'm using only the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. I'm literally just using the two colors. So that first one I selected, I used as like my transition color and placed it only in my crease and fluffed that out until I was satisfied. Again, I probably blended the one eye for at least 2 minutes. I'm gonna blend your life away. And then once I was satisfied with that, I picked my second color and I went in with a flat brush on that and just took that and then I patted it all over my eyelid. And once I looked raccoony enough, I said, okay, great. And I took the fluffy brush again that still had a little bit of that product left and just again blended my life away along the edge of that darker color into the lighter color until I was satisfied that I felt like I had enough color on my eyes. After I was done blending my life away, I needed to add some definition to my under eyes, and I just took an angled fluffy brush and did the same pattern as I did on the top with the lighter color first and then topping it with the darker color. And like I said earlier, there was a little bit of fallout, so I took one of my fluffy brushes and kind of just tried to swipe it away. As I was doing that, I noticed there was a little spot on my nose that I wasn't satisfied with, so I just went back over that with some more foundation. The bronzer that I used today was the Juvia's Place bronzer. Again, I believe that's volume 2. And I took this fluffy brush, patted the bottom color, and then just placed that around cheekbones, temple, forehead areas, as you can see here. Then I took a separate fluffy brush because I couldn't find my smaller one, and I'm just going to define my contour a little bit with this e.l.f. contour palette. And I literally just put that on like small circles inside my cheek. Then I went in with the Juvia's Place blush palette that was volume 2 as well. Went in with the top color. It looks pretty brown there, but once it's placed, it's pink. And I placed that along my cheek, that apple of my cheek, all the way up into my temple area. And then I used the Smashbox Becca highlighting and placed that in the same area as the blush. I also placed it along my brow bone. And then I went and set my face using the One Size powder milk. For my lashes, I decided not to do lashes and just do a nice coating of mascara. I really like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is the Foreplay one. I like this one as well, and that's just what I decided to go with today. Maybe next time I'll actually put on lashes. And then for my lip, I decided to go with Chestnut as a liner and Work as the color. And as we all know, red lipstick can get a little wild. So I just kind of went in and concealed and redefined some lines so that way it looked more crisp and clean. And that's the full look. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and listening to me talk. And hopefully if you try this out, it works for you. You don't need much materials, just a beauty blender, maybe 2 or 3 brushes, and you're good. Hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day. Love you. Bye.